What's going on this week in Warcraft? Hey, it's Soul, and you can help support the channel by liking this video, subscribing for more WoW coverage, and catching me live wherever I'm streaming. We're entering the second and last week of the preseason before things really kick off in Season 1, and it's time to start drilling you in on the sort of routine you can expect at the start of your week. I know that this will be very similar to what I talked about last week, but now we have some experience under our belt and some new information. So let's begin with the daily checkup. Each day, a spattering of world quests is added and lasts for a few days. Some are more valuable than others. As you can see, I'm not really a big pet battle person with how these are piling up, so be sure to check on these each day. Patient crafting orders are like the mission table, only for crafters, and even then, playing this part of the game can be very costly. The majority of orders don't provide any materials, only this time they can't be easily ignored as they can provide precious knowledge points and acuity for crafting tools or buying recipes. These orders appear every day, and like World Quest, they stick around for a while. And since we're still in the early game and every point matters, I happen to be checking this out regularly. At the start of each week, we have an opportunity to obtain caches by completing activities, and I'll try to break this down as cleanly as I can. The first two caches we get give the biggest rewards, as in gear and keys for bountiful delves, and then some extra resources and reputation related to whatever activity was done. The next two caches won't contain gear, but they'll still obtain delve keys and other currencies. The caches after that will just contain the extra goodies, but hey, maybe you're rep farming, and there's no rep optimizing of any sorts to be done, you just do what you want. And here are the activities available. There are special assignments in select zones that work not unlike assaults from Battle for Azeroth. What you do is complete 3 world quests, and you activate this special assignment, basically another world quest, and it seems like there are 2 active per week. Up in Dorne, there's the theater troupe. It activates at the top of every hour, and it's a 10 or so minute romp of different activities. It doesn't matter how well you do as a group, just do a minimum contribution for the quest, and you complete the event for a cache. Awakening the Machine is an event in the Ringing Deeps. You talk to this guy to get started. What you do is defeat waves of enemies and work your way towards obtaining a cache, and you can start this at any time. Spreading the Light can be a long and violent slog through lots of combat-based objectives, but essentially all you need to do is light up these smaller key flame things here using 3 radiant remnants each. At any point you can farm up these remnants along with reputation and more, but to get the cache, all you need to do is light up the key flames and be on your merry way. Finally, down in Aj-Kahet, after selecting the faction to help you out, fill up the progress bar by completing world quests and you get a cache. There are also 2 quests in Dornogal. One is a quest to complete a specific dungeon on any difficulty for a reputation, and I suggest doing that. The other is a choose your objective sort of quest, and among your choices may be activities you're already interested in doing because it's maybe rep you want or the activity is easy. Using this week as an example, I'd say everything here is easy to double up for credit except for snuffling. Snuffling itself, it's easy. It's where you find the purple dirt on the ground and you just dig it up. But this quest will also ask you to find 45 of those little world soul fireball things that are flying around. It took a bit more time than I wanted to spend, longer if I was using steady flight, so I don't recommend that one, or maybe the amount should be nerfed by a little bit. One thing I'm not 100% certain of, but all of us can at least verify in the next day or so, is if this World Soul quest will give another Fractured Spark of Omens during the preseason. If it does, great, then this is going to feel like a lot more mandatory to take care of because it'll mean at the start of Season 1, we'll have 2 Sparks of Omens available to make high-end gear. I still don't have good recommendations on what to make. I happen to be holding on to mine for now, but a few safer choices would include non-tier slots as in like the bracer, the cloak, the belt, or the foot slots. You want to double check your armor type though, there may be other embellished gear that might take up space. Weapons also aren't a bad idea either if there aren't any weapons with special effects that drop from raids or dungeons. With your weeklies done now, it's up to you to decide if you want to progress with delves. If you've already kitted out with adventurer gear, I suggest holding onto all the keys you're collecting until the season starts, when you can progress to higher level bountiful delves and thus better rewards. According to the most recent information, level 5 delves drop veteran gear and level 7s drop champion gear. So I suggest checking the level of your Brann companion, and you want it to be as high as you can get him because, well, he's a really huge contributor to your success. The better he is, the higher you climb, or the deeper you delve, or you get more gear, alright? Next week, we'll talk more about Radiant Echoes and how this will help with running even more delves for gear, but again, for now, hold on to your keys if you're not hurting for gear. More story unlocks are expected this coming week too, notably the final quest to unlock the Earthen allied race. There are numerous quest lines dotted throughout Dorne and the Ringing Deeps to get you familiar with their history and their current situation, and they are required to unlock them. The Darkmoon Faire is in town for the first time this expansion, and everything works, including profession quests that give both levels and knowledge for very little work. Maxing out skill level is a little bit easier this time around for most professions, but more knowledge can't hurt. The experience and rep bonus seems to work as well, so those who are jumping into the expansion now are going to get this nice little boost. And Shadowpan Showdown is the brawl. It's not as fast as Comstop, but it's still a source of honor to buy recipes and gear. It's also a new month and a new trading post. You might have noticed by now, but just in case, there's a trading post location right inside Dornogal. It's just a hop skip from the inn. Filling out the traveler's log should be no problem, but are you going to spend or save this month? You got a month to decide. And that wraps up what's happening this week, barring any surprises. Hopefully they'll be pleasant ones. And be sure to like this video if it was helpful. Subscribe for more and catch me live. There's still more Twitch promos going on all month, so swing by for some cosmetics. Thanks for coming. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.